Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Shaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Ashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, first Canto 1, Chapter 7, and text number 23. Tvamadya Purusha Sakshad Ishvaraha Prakrite Paraha Mayam Vyudasya Chichaktya Kaivalye Stita Atmani. One more time. Tvamadya Purusha Sakshad Ishvara Prakrite Paraha Mayam Vyudasya Chichaktya Kaivalye Stita Atmani. Tvam Adya, you are the original. Purusha, the enjoying personality. Sakshat, directly. Ishvara, the controller. Prakritehe, of material nature. Paraha, transcendental. Mayam, the material energy. Vyudasya, one who has thrown aside. Chit Saktya, by dint of internal potency. Kaivalye, in pure eternal knowledge and bliss. Sitaha, placed. Atmani, own self. Translation. You are the original personality of Godhead who expands himself all over the creations and is transcendental to material energy. You have cast away the effects of material energy by dint of your spiritual potency. You are always situated in eternal bliss and transcendental knowledge. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Lord states in the Bhagavad Gita that one who surrenders unto the lotus feet of the Lord can get release from the clutches of nescience. Krishna is just like the sun, and Maya, or material existence, is just like darkness. Wherever there is the light of sun, darkness of or ignorance at once vanishes. The best means to get out of the world of ignorance is suggested here. The Lord is addressed herein as the original personality of Godhead. From him, all other personalities of Godhead expand. The all-pervasive Lord Vishnu is Lord Krishna's plenary portions or expansion. The Lord expands himself in innumerable forms of Godhead and living beings, along with his different energies. But Sri Krishna is the original primeval Lord from whom everything emanates. The all-pervasive feature of the Lord experienced within the manifested world is also a partial representation of the Lord. Paramatma, therefore, is included within him. He is the absolute personality of Godhead. He has nothing to do with the actions and reactions of the material manifestations because he is far above the material creation. Darkness is a perverse representation of the sun, and therefore the existence of darkness depends on the existence of the sun. But in the sun proper, there is no trace of darkness. As the sun is full of light only, similarly, the absolute personality of Godhead beyond the material existence is full of bliss. He is not only full of bliss, but also full of transcendental variegatedness. Transcendence is not at all static, but full of dynamic variegatedness. He is distinct from the material nature, which is complicated by the three modes of material nature. He is Parama, or the chief. Therefore, he is absolute. He has manifold energies, and though his diverse energies, he creates, manifests, maintains, and destroys the material world. In his own abode, however, everything is eternal and absolute, and the world is not conducted by the energies or powerful agents by themselves, but by the potent, all powerful with all energies. I'm going to read the last sentence again. The world is not conducted by the energies or powerful agents by themselves, but by the potent, all powerful with all energies. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Nananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadhamayam Padantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitanamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunivadi Paschatya Deshatarane Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktaranda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vancha kalpatrubhyascha kripa sindhubhya vacha patitanama pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Mukam karoti vachalam pangam langayate grim. Yat kripa tamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Thank you very much, Lingaraj Prabhu, for giving this opportunity this morning. This particular verse has many things to discuss. As yesterday, even devotees were mentioning that even from one word, you can keep on explaining about that one word in Bhagavatam for hours together. So it's actually ocean, and it's a ocean of mercy and ocean of knowledge. And me especially is a tiny bit of a particle of that, a drop of that ocean. And I'm trying to dig in and understanding that ocean of mercy. It's not that easy for me. So please bless me, offer some prayers. In that way, I can speak something for my purification and for the pleasure of all the devotees and Lord Krishna's Lorships. There are the first word, if you see, of the Sanskrit, Tvam Adya Purushaha Sakshat Ishwaraha Prakrite Paraha. Even that one word, we can even keep talking about many things. Atvam Adya, you are the original. The Purushaha is the enjoying personality. Sakshat is directly. Ishvara, the controller. Prakrite, that's the material nature. Paraha, transcendental. Adya, I was doing this word search on Adya. Adi is original personality of Godhead. Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So I got from the Srimad Bhagavatam another verse from the 10th canto, chapter 63 and verse number 38. There also it says, the first starts with Tvam Eka Adya Purusho Dvitiyas Turyaha. It says, you are the original person, one without a second, transcendental and self-manifesting. Uncaused, it says uncaused. You are the cause of all, and you are the ultimate controller. I saw the similarities in this verse 1063:38 and 1723. And Prabhupada in this purport explains about the previous our previous Acharya's explanation and commentary. I just want to read a few minutes. Acharya's comment as follows on this verse. Srila Sridhara Swami explains that the term Adya Purusha, the original Purusha, indicates that Lord Krishna expands himself as Mahavishnu, the first of three Purushas who take charge of cosmic manifestation. The Lord is Eka Advitiya, one without a second, because there is no one equal to the Lord or different from him. No one is completely equal to the Supreme Godhead, and yet, because all the living beings are expansions of the potency of the Godhead, no one is qualitatively different from him. Like in Brahma Samhita, it explains there is an original candle, original lamp. That same candle can be used to lit the other candles, and the brightness is same. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu nicely explains that this conceivable situation by stating that absolute truth and the living beings are qualitatively one, but quantitatively different. The absolute possesses infinite spiritual consciousness, whereas the living beings possess infinitesimal consciousness, which is subject to being covered by illusion. Very interesting words. Infinite spiritual consciousness and living beings are being possessing infinitesimal consciousness, which is again subject to the and being covered by the illusion. Srila Jiva Goswami explains, commenting on term Adya Purusha, quotes from the Satvata Tantra, Vishnostu Trini Rupani. There are three forms of Vishnu for cosmic manifestation, etc. Srila Jiva Goswami also quotes a statement of the Lord's from Shruti, Purvam Evaham Isha Ihasam. In the beginning, I alone existent in this world. This statement describes the form of the Lord called Purusha Avatara, who exists before the cosmic manifestation. Srila Jiva Goswami also quotes the following Shruti mantra, Tat Purushaya Purushatvam, which means such constitutes the Lord's status as Purusha. Actually, Lord Krishna is the essence of the Purusha incarnation because he is Turiya, as is described in the present verse. Jiva Goswami explains that the term Turiya by quoting Sridhar Swami's commentary to the Bhagavatam verse. Again, it goes on. That says, the Lord's universal form, his Hiranyagarbha form, and the primeval causal manifestation of the material nature are all relative conceptions. But because the Lord himself is not covered by these three, intelligent authorities call him the fourth. According to the Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, the word Turiya indicates that the Lord is fourth member of the quadruple expansion of the Godhead called Chaturvyuha. In other words, Lord Krishna is Vasudeva. So it goes on. So I felt there are similarity in these two verses. So I thought maybe reading from Acharyas is better than me explaining. So from 1723, we understand that Adi Purusha is original personality of God, is none other than Krishna. And the context is, we know, past few days, even yesterday, Vamshidhari Prabhu explained very well. The context is the Ashwatthama has released the Brahmastra, and Krishna is seeking shelter of Lord Krishna. Arjuna is seeking shelter of Lord Krishna. So that the translation and purport explains very clearly that Arjuna is turning to the light. The material anxieties, material miseries, there are so many in this material world, and we are in the darkness. How we have come to darkness is another $1 million question. So the suffering in this material world is because of the ignorance. Ignorance is nothing other than darkness. So when we have that, when you ignore the darkness and look at the light, that means that's the right thing. That means you are getting the knowledge. The conditioned souls are in this material world, like all of us, are here in under the, we are the subordinates of the material energy for time immemorial. And we have to become, of course, we are real subordinate of Krishna, but now we have become subordinate of material energy because of the illusory potency of Lord Krishna. Illusion is so strong that keeps us in this material world with complete darkness. That's why I was thinking, if you go to marketplace, where restaurants and all there in the evening, which the mode of tamoguna, the mode of ignorance, acts, especially in the evenings, in the nights. And they have all dim light restaurants, dim light cafes, dim light, everything is dim light there. See how nature has given them the understanding. Yes, this is the mode of ignorance, so let's have a dim light or even no light. And even the morning, goodness, today if you see 93, 92 degrees, just open the door and see outside. Oh my God, so bright sun. It dissipates complete darkness. Even though you have blinds in your house, in your windows, still the light is coming inside, even though you try to cover that blinds. So Krishna is so strong. Light is so strong. He is throwing the light on us. How do we understand this part is Krishna is original personality of Godhead and is giving that knowledge to Arjuna. Why did he give this knowledge to Arjuna? Because he is completely surrendered. The people who are the devotees, we call devotees of the Lord, who are completely surrendered, they get this knowledge to turn towards Krishna, not in any circumstances in our life. So this is exactly what Arjuna is doing. When he saw the light from the emanating from that Brahmastra, it was as powerful as sun. He turned towards the real sun, which is Krishna, to help him. He seeks shelter of the real light, which is Krishna, who none other than Krishna. So only the surrendered souls can look at the light. Why Prabhupada also explains many times in his lectures, I heard few. He said the intoxication of this illusion energy has put us in complete darkness. in spite of, as a devotee, we go and talk to them to give some knowledge. They don't get it. Why? They're in complete darkness because the illusory potency is completely enacted on them. And they think, no, this is real world. This is the real enjoyment. What do we think of us? Think about even Indra, Lord Indra. He comes from, because of the curse, he comes to the material world, especially on the planet Earth, and he had his turned into hog, in the body of a hog, with a nice family and enjoying. And Narada Muni comes and says, get out of this. You're in the mode of ignorance, especially you're in the body of a hog. This is not your place. Get out, go back. No, I am happy. Why are you thinking that, I'm not happy? I'm very happy. What does hogs do? Filthy place with all their families, in the filthy, eat filthy, and they're happy. Why? It is completely conditioned souls. So we need to get out of that. We are thinking we're in a very better place. Oh, Lord Indra he became a hog, but we are not. We cannot think like that. We are also in the same darkness. So we need to turn towards Krishna for the knowledge and for everything else. See how illusory potency is so strong. We are already in the illusion. We are already in the material world in this many, many millions of years. And on the top of it, we have three modes. In the mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. There also we are seeking shelter to the goodness, passion, and ignorance. So we don't know where to seek shelter. The way to seek shelter on Krishna, the light, real light for our lives. He is the real sun. I think it's 7:25. There are a lot to explain. Now, the summary for me is Krishna is giving us, turn towards him for anything for that matter. Because if you are in the illusory potency of the Lord, we are in complete darkness and we'll be here forever. So the way we need to come back to the light is by Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, in the association of devotees, chanting the holy name, and be in the association of devotees and perform our devotional service to Krishna. That will give us every moment of thinking about Krishna, and that is the real light. That's the real knowledge. I think I'll stop here. I'll open for the discussions. Please go ahead and, anybody has any reflections, you're welcome.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhu, I really like this explanation of being how we are in darkness and Krishna is the sun, and especially the example that you gave, that how Krishna is so bright that even if you have blinds on, he can shine through. So, that was really, the analogy was really striking and visual for me. And just really explaining these modes of nature and trying to evaluate them, because they're so strong that we get so, they just take over with everything that we're doing. But what I'm taking is just being conscious of our surrounding, the modes that are acting on us, and how to try to bring ourselves to mode of goodness as best as possible. So thank you for pointing out these two things, the modes and the Krishna being the sun.
Yeah, this awareness comes only when we are in the association of devotees.
Yes.
Yes. because
Yeah.
the personification of Krishna is Lord Chaitanya, and he is teaching us a real example himself as follow the Bhagavatam. So we need to be following the Bhagavatam every day in the association of devotee study. Otherwise, we'll be in complete darkness. Even one day, if you don't read it, one day, if you don't chant, we'll see how much the material energy is bombarding on us. It's morning to evening, if you don't do anything, no devotion service, evenings you will see how much it will be bombarding on us. So, anyways,
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu.
thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. This is Bhakti
Hare
Priya.
Krishna.
Please
Hare
accept
Prabhu, Mataji.
Prabhuji, Prabhuji, that is so true. You know, if the day we don't read Bhagavatam or join Bhagavatam class, it will be so different. And the day I open the book in the morning, I mean, it has to be in that morning only. So if I open the book in the morning and read something, right, there is a Shubhada, the signs of Shubhada is right, immediately is visible. Like within 1-2 hours, you can see something different. So
Auspiciousness, Mataji.
some auspiciousness, you can feel it.
Yeah.
And will come through many like good news or something like I cannot explain how, but it happened recently like multiple times. The day I opened Bhagavatam in the morning, and that day I would hear something good about getting a permanent offer or something. It's like it's very very evident. So I made a decision every morning I will get up and I will pick up Bhagavatam book. That's it. So it was really good, Prabhuji. Thank you very much for
Yeah,
sharing.
Mataji. Thank you for that, Mataji. Hari Bol. Anybody else? Otherwise, I think I can stop here.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances for the lecture. But thank you, Prabhu. I too particularly appreciated the difficulty that we have or I have with modes. It's like impermeable or something like that. And then somehow because of association of devotees, because of Bhagavatam, there is some light. And I just want to take more of this so that this light will become more prominent. Otherwise, it's difficult actually to navigate through life. Yeah.
We should thank you for you and Vamshidhari Prabhu's inspiration. In the land of Naperville, so many people are getting benefited by the reading of Srimad Bhagavatam, studying Bhagavatam. And actually, you are distributing so much light to everyone. And the people are all fortunate. We are all fortunate to have you. Actually.
It's all because of association, Prabhu. It's Vamsidhari Prabhu's initiative. Just participating, and you know where the drive is coming from. Coming from all our spiritual masters and Vaisheshika Prabhu and Prabhupada himself, Bhagavatam himself also is very, very capable of inspiring us. So this year, a little slow. We have to somehow do something.
But you're true. But in order to become to be in the service, that means to become an instrument for that is also very difficult. Don't you think so? How many people will get make themselves as yes, I want to be an instrument in the service of Krishna. So that's the motivation. That's the inspiration we're all getting from you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mother.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Anybody else? Otherwise, Amritikali Mataji, Pratibha Prabhu, give your reflections. Not that I spoke something. No, please give some real reflections. In that way, we can also learn something.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes.
Thank you so much for Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Matej. Yes, I'm there.
Yeah, sorry, I'm driving, but really appreciated your class and that example of the sunlight. I was really appreciating. I was doing my stuff, getting ready to go to work and doing the stuff, but the sound vibration is so strong that my heart is like so pulled towards that. So I'm like really experiencing that and very, very grateful for this opportunity. Just one little appreciation that came. Kindly forgive me for the background noise. Just this first verse of Kunti Maharani prayers, it's actually Namaste Purusham Tvadyam Ishwaram Prakrite Param. I was like, the similarities, and I was connecting Arjuna and Kunti Maharani, their heart, how it is. And in spite of being in such difficulty, they're not forgetting to quickly go and say, okay, just relieve me from this. They're like, taking time to offer obeisances and glorify the Lord, and then placing their request. So that's like really touching for me, and that connection between, mother and son, somehow that was really nice for me. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mata. Thank you for sharing. Okay, anybody else? There are so many people. I maybe give some reflections another couple of minutes. It's still 7:34. Maybe if you took a couple more minutes is fine.
Thank you, Prabhu. I think yeah, it was a nice class, and I also, I mean, like other devotees mentioned, appreciated the connection that you brought with the three modes and how they influence us, how we are entangled, and how everyone is in the mode of ignorance. And sometimes it's also called ignorance is bliss. But the way associating with the devotees and reading and trying to understand Srimad Bhagavatam gets us out gradually. That's really striking.
That's I don't know what magic is in the Srimad Bhagavatam. In spite of listening every day, we feel, what is this? What is this it's doing for us, actually? Krishna. I was also reflecting, Prabhu. We have some opportunity to directly serve the lordships in the temple, do abhishekam, etc. Who in the world, Krishna has given so much opportunity that we can directly interact with Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We cannot understand that part, My God, what in the world? What did we really do? Because of spiritual master's mercy, he has given that mercy to interact in the sense like, direct service with the Lord. It's an amazing to understand. Even he says, right, it's directly. It says, what is this word here? Yeah, it's direct incarnation. So Krishna is a direct. In that way, we are already the original personality of Godhead, none other than Krishna, Radharani. Are we so fortunate? And the holy name, so fortunate. Srimad Bhagavatam, none other than Krishna's literary incarnation, so fortunate. Who in the world, how many people have this opportunity to serve, see this Bhagavatam? Very auspicious. We are all blessed, Prabhu. We are all fortunate because of Srila Prabhupada's mercy.
Yes, and that brings the attention to like the feeling of gratitude that goes to Srila Prabhupada and our disciplic succession, Guru Parampara.
Thank you. Okay, anybody else? Otherwise, we can stop. Lingaraj Prabhu.
Yeah, one point I was just thinking, Prabhu, from the how Srimad Bhagavatam is compared to light. I mean, right? You very nicely explained. This world is like darkness. I was thinking there is a sun, right? So why do we say darkness? But when there is no sun, it is kind of completely darkness, right? We can't even see anything. I was just trying to think when you said that but when somebody gets the association of Bhagavatam, it completely opens up a different perspective altogether, right? And, it's not just about, the physical light that we see, right? So that's what I was just appreciating from the way Bhagavatam.
Honestly, even though if I sleep late, of course I'm not an early riser. So no matter what, even though if I sleep very late, 6:45, 6:56, I don't know, something wakes me, wakes me up every day. 7 o'clock, hey, get into the Bhagavatam. I don't know what is that longing, honestly, that's really, I somehow we all got that taste, 7 o'clock Bhagavatam. Really miraculous. Radha Kunja Bihari Prabhu, have something? And we can stop otherwise.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. It was really a wonderful class today, particularly when you described, Adi Purusha, how, he's a supreme personality of Godhead. That was very, very, like it had an impact on me. I had never thought of comparing those two. And also how you compared sunlight and, darkness. Even when we close the blinds, it comes through. I think people like me needs that forceful entry. Otherwise, it will never, strike me what real knowledge is. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Yeah, I was reflecting. I'll stop in half a minute. We are actually seeking shelter of Krishna. And Partha Sarathi, Krishna, he wants to come and assist Arjuna. So all our spiritual masters are Parapara telling us to go serve. Love God means surrender. There is no difference in surrender and love. It's the same thing. So everybody is preaching us, telling us to go follow the footsteps, surrender to the Lord, love God. But look at what Krishna is doing. Krishna is coming all the way and he's extending that love, inducing that love in us. He's coming, that's what that light is coming through the blinds. He's inducing that love for us, and that we are not the body, we are the soul, right? Through spiritual masters, through so many other media. And then he comes, instead of we serving Krishna, Krishna himself is coming and serving Arjuna. What a great thing is it? He has become an assistant to Arjuna. So, but that means Krishna wants to serve. He surrendered. We are trying to surrender to Krishna, but Krishna is surrendering to the love of us. That's what Gopi's love is. Thank you. See, the moment you said, something came up. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Okay, Prabhus. Hari. Lingaraj Prabhu. I think we'll stop here. Vancha kalpatrobhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha patitanam apamibhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo ananta kote vaishnava ki jai.
Now I'm unmute.